Heist, one team, one mission. This is a cooperative heist game for 2 to 4 players in which the players take on the role of thieves. They are going down the vault of a bank and they're gonna try to steal millions of dollars from the safe, and they work together to do so. The game system gives players orders and you need to follow them quick enough, and if you are in fact able to do so, then you win the game. If you make too many mistakes, then a siren starts blaring representing the fact that you have been caught by the police and that you lose the game. Basically, in essence, this is a glorified, gimmicky Simon Says, and as a family game, I love it. At least I love seeing my daughters being absolutely crazy about this game. They just love it. We played together 3-4 games, then I get exhausted and they want to play it more, and then I hear them laugh and cooperating together, which is just a beautiful miracle. It's a game that is not particularly famous. I've seen it having like a big hype about it, a lot of buzz about it. I had never heard of it until I saw it in my friendly local game store, and the only reason why I picked it up, knowing nothing about it, is that it was on sale at a truly ridiculous price. It was so low that I probably removed it from my memory because it was such a shock I couldn't handle it. And so I thought I can risk a couple of bucks and give this game a try, and what a pleasant surprise. Again, it's not a great game. It's probably not even a good game from some technical point of view, but if I'm gonna judge games from the fun that I have playing them, then this is a very satisfying game. Again, very simple, silly Simon Says type game. But if my kids cooperate and laugh and high-five and have a great time playing it, I'm not gonna diss it for sure. How do you play it though? The main element of this gimmicky game is the safe itself. It has 4 sides, each representing a character in the game. You have the explosive expert, my daughter Louisa, also known as the littlest general, always want to be that. Money man, that's always me. The lookout, and then the hacker. My daughter Amelia loves to be the hacker. Players will decide on a role, and each player sits facing the side of the safe with their role. If I'm the hacker, then I need to be facing that one, and I need to be able to press that button easily and quickly. The top of the safe can be removed. There are slots in there where you can place these little fake gold pieces, and that has absolutely zero function in the game. But if you're able to complete all of the tasks of the game, then this pops open and the gold spills all over. So it's just a cute little gimmick there to celebrate your victory. Even my daughters found that amusing the first time, but then we were running around picking up the gold pieces from the floor because they come up with a little bit of flair, and we were worried that the cats are gonna eat them. So even my daughters find that to be too gimmicky, and we don't use that element of the game. What else you have? Another very important element, these tiles here, plastic tiles representing the torchlight and the explosive and the headpiece and the gloves and other items like that, goggles, drill, other items associated with heist kind of movies and situations. And we also have a stack of money. 1 million denomination, 3 million, and $5 million. How does it work? The game has 5 levels of difficulty. When we turn it on, we're instructed to press the buttons of the characters that we're gonna play. And now the computer knows that there's gonna be a money maker, a lookout, and the hacker in the game. Say. Then we press the button multiple times to select the level of difficulty from 1 to 5. And then the game begins. When the game begins, the safe here, well, the voice of the boss that is directing the heist, but comes from the safe, maybe strapped in there, will start giving us instructions on how to handle these items. So say, lookout, take the torch, the torchlight. Money man, take the explosives. Hacker takes the gloves. Hacker takes the goggles. And we get those. And then we'll say something like, Give the goggles to the money man without saying who has it. So whoever has it has to give it to the money man. Money man, give the map to da 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 da. Or without saying who has what, trade the drill for the headpiece. Then the players will quickly do so. Or look out, take the gloves without telling you who has them. So you have these quick, usually incomplete instructions at the beginning of the game where they say take something is from the central pool. After that, when it's about giving or taking, you have to remember who has them, which may be you. Just have to remember, oh my gosh, it was me. And then we get, or trade, again, you have to remember who has them. Then, of course, we had the moment where the game checks if you have been doing things correctly, because the game says use a certain item, says use the laptop. And then the person with that item presses the button. So if we have been moving things around correctly, the right person will be pressing the button. If we gave the laptop to the wrong person, then the wrong person will press the button, and then we'll know that we made a mistake. If you get it correctly, when you get the order of the instruction of using something, you're correct. You're told to grab $1 million. Then you take the correct banknote, and so on and so forth. If you make no mistakes, you will collect $50 million, which is the total represented by these banknotes. If you make a mistake, then simply the game continues to move, but if you make too many mistakes, then the sirens start blaring, and that represents the fact that you got caught and you lost the game. If you're able to complete the game without getting caught, then the amount of money that you make is your score. Say maybe you only made 2 mistakes, so you didn't pick up 2 $5 million banknotes at the end. You collected 40 million, that is your score. Maybe it was 35, maybe it was 45. So you can have complete defeat or victory with different score. Then you can have perfect victory when you make no mistakes and you collect all of the money. And then you try the next level at a higher level. So this is just it. But it works so well as a family experience. My kids have been asking me to play it so much. We had to put the rules. We don't play it after dinner. We play at the start that is a little more about strategy and thinking, such as, say, White Old Mystery. We've been playing the game a lot. But not this one, because it's just so exciting, and then they get all hyper, and then getting to calm down for a bedtime routine is just too hard. I don't think it's a game that I will ever play with my adult friends, but for now, no rush about that veto, because it's times of quarantine. I don't have game night, so I'm not playing with my hardcore gaming friends. My gamer friends are my daughters, mainly. The wife, when we can convince her. We convinced her to play this game, and she liked it to a certain extent, but she finds it too stressful. And that's kind of funny, because I also find it really stressful. The kids find it the right kind of stressful, I guess, because they want to play it over and over and over again. So no, not a great game, not a sophisticated, not a fine game, but one that my daughters love, and I love playing it with them. So for what it does, for being a simple Simon Says game with actually a pretty strong theme, a very well implemented theme, the boss giving you orders, it's very compelling. It just feels like the right way of representing the situation. So for a game this simple, mindless in a sense, it's just fun and just engaging. It's fun to play, especially with the crowd that I'm playing it with right now. So if you're playing with kids, or you want to give it to your kids to be entertained, if you're playing with really casual players, it's fun. It's actually quite enjoyable game, especially if you can find a really cheap copy. Why not? I don't know, I would invest a big amount of money, but again, for what it is, it works well. It's a simple game, but I would say it's a simple idea, well implemented, and the result is quite enjoyable.